Every business is sellable when done the right way, but there are a few things that truly are deal breakers, and I want to share those with you and how you can overcome those so that yours doesn't fall into the garbage pile. There are so many deal breakers when it comes to selling a small business. I deal with a lot of very small businesses. We're talking businesses under $100,000 at times. So the first deal breaker I would say is not having clean financials. A lot of entrepreneurs are small business owners without a finance background. So when I say, hey, can you send me 3 years of financials? They say, no, I have bank statements. Or they say, can you just dig into my Amazon account and build it yourself? At Quiet Light, we're happy to help build your financials. We're happy to assist with your financials. My recommendation, though, is to go get an accounting software, hire an e-commerce specialized accountant or a software specialized accountant to run your books, and then you have 3 years of solid financials to give back to us. Another deal breaker I see often is, how much inventory do you have? I hear people say, I don't know, it's in a storage unit, or I don't know, it's in my basement, I haven't counted it for 3 years. We really can't tell you the value of your business or sell your business until you have confidence in your level of inventory. So I always recommend, if you want to sell your business, go do a full count of all your inventory, log it into an Excel spreadsheet. The clearer the data is, the more confidence that's going to give to a buyer during due diligence. Another deal breaker is intermingling way too many personal expenses or other business ventures into your financial statements. So I recently talked to a business owner that had 2 businesses flowing into one bank account, one set of financial transactions, and they wanted me to try to sell one piece of their business. It's very common to sell only one portion of a business or one LLC within a parent company, but you do need to make sure to segregate all your financials and separate the business models. So my recommendation is, if you're getting ready to sell one portion of your business, clean it up starting today. Try to get separate bank accounts, separate out the financials so that you're ready to go. Another really big deal breaker for us at Quiet Light is when sellers have very unrealistic expectations of what the value of their business is. Unfortunately, as Quiet Light advisors or as you as the owner, we don't really get to pick what the valuation truly is. A business is worth what a buyer is willing to pay for it. Sometimes the difference in opinion is too great and we're not able to come to a middle ground consensus on what to list your business for. So my recommendation is, remember that every business is worth what a buyer is willing to pay for it. Come in with reasonable expectations. We will help guide the process to make sure you pick the number that maximizes your value, but is also a realistic and reasonable number that we know a buyer would actually pay. So another challenging deal breaker for us at Quiet Light is when somebody comes to us with maybe a patent or some intellectual property that's way overvalued for what a buyer would actually pay. So I recently was talking to an entrepreneur that had filed for a patent, had invested time and money over many years with an innovation lab, spent over $150,000 developing a product. They want to sell that product and their business for at least that amount to recoup the cost. The problem is there's no revenue being generated, there's no profits, there's no proof that there's even demand for this patent. So we can definitely help sell patents, we do it all the time, but it is very helpful to have reasonable expectations on what the patent is worth. And it's even better if you can get some proof of concept, get some sales rolling, get some cash flow in the door to prove to a buyer that your patent actually does have some value. So there is really a big difference between a standalone patent or an individual product and a true functioning business. So my recommendation is build the business around your product or your patent so that it has real value that a buyer will pay for. So another deal breaker is not having cash flow to support your valuation. We have businesses come to us all the time that say, hey, I've generated $300,000 of revenue in the last year, or my business has done $5 million in sales in the last 10 years. Those numbers are great, but what was the profit in the last 12 months? The large majority of your valuation is going to be based on the last 12 months. So if you don't have profits, it's going to be hard to justify any kind of evaluation. So in that situation, you would want to get some marketing going, get your sales going back up and to the right. You want to have some profit in the last 12 months. It doesn't really matter much what you've done in the past. If your business is significantly declining, it's going to make a sale much harder. And we can help guide that process and tell you what your business is worth today and what it would be worth in the future if you can get it back to where it was in the past. So if you want to learn a little bit more about how to turn these deal breakers into a sellable business, click the link below, and we are happy to get in touch with you and do a phone call, walk you through how you can turn your business around, generate maximum value, whether that's now or maybe if it's 6 months or 1 year into the future.